What's up, anglers? Welcome back to another episode of Who's Your Angler? I'm Brookin, and today I am headed to New Orleans. That's right, New Orleans, Orleans. We are headed down there for a very special occasion, and it's not even necessarily to go fishing. Today, my 14-year-old son is graduating from 8th grade, and I am headed down there to celebrate his graduation. I have booked a camping site. So we're gonna get there. We're going to assess the campsite area. We are going to try to get the tent up before it gets dark, but who knows if that's gonna happen. Probably be sleeping in the car in the site. Let's hope that doesn't happen. The event for my son is supposed to start around 6 p.m. So we're not far from where the event is going to take place, which is good. I'm going to try to get up early enough tomorrow morning to go find a couple of local areas to fish in New Orleans before I head home, because I do have to be home the very next day, so I don't have a lot of time to be out there and play. So we're gonna kind of play it by ear. We're just gonna record what we can, film, have a good time, and drive on into New Orleans, celebrate my oldest son. Congratulations, son, if you ever see this. Poppy's very proud of you. Both of my sons love y'all very much. Currently passing through Lafayette right now, about an hour outside of where I live in Louisiana. And I've been noticing so many little bodies of water, and if I was on my own time schedule, I can't say that I would even stop then, but I would want to. I want to. Every time I see one of these little bodies of water, I'm like, ooh, I wonder what's in there. I wonder if my PB's in there. PB, personal best, for those who don't know, or PR, personal record. I look at them and I'm like, ooh, I bet there's a biggin in there. And then I have had no luck fishing rivers here so far, other than one tiny bass, and I wasn't even doing YouTube at that time. I just want to fish them, every single one. I wish I had time to pull over and just get the line wet on every single one, but we got to keep on motoring, and that's what we gonna do. So if I'm not mistaken, we're currently on the Atchafalaya Bridge, which is one of the world's longest bridges, if not the longest bridge. I know that this bridge is about 30 miles minimum long. I know it takes at least 30 minutes to cross it, and it is breathtaking, honestly. The very first time I drove over it, I was in awe, and a lot of times when I drive over it still, it's very mind-blowing how they built such a long, expansive bridge. And it's not just this direction that I'm headed, there's a separate side over there, so technically it's two bridges in some areas, because it separates and then it comes back together. It's 4 lanes total, but it's crazy because look, it crosses bodies of water like that. Crazy. And it just keeps going on and on and on and on and on. But we're gonna be on this for about 30 minutes, unless somebody did something silly and got a speeding ticket, or Lord forbid, an accident. But yeah, let's keep on driving. Yeah, try to get to our destination. Mistaken, that's part of the LSU campus. It looks very low today though, and nasty. Yeah, I said it. We are currently crossing over the lake known as Pontchartrain. I don't know how to say it. I always joke around and say Pontchartrain, like we fighting a choo-choo or something. But alright, how you doing? Sweet cute for an older lady. Anyway, yeah, Lake Pontchartrain. It's got a long bridge attached to it or crossing over it as well, and we're right outside New Orleans at this point, so we're getting close to our destination. What I'm not liking is I'm seeing some dark clouds that look like they might be rain clouds. So since we're camping, that might not bode well for us. I don't think I have any tent stakes with me, although this time I did bring a hammer, but I don't know if the tent stakes are in there, so might be a big mistake. We'll find out.
Continue on I-310 south for 2 miles.
I was trying to get her to repeat what she said, because she straight called it booty. Booty Homa. It might be booty, but she called it booty. So that's why I'm going to call it booty. Okay, step one, anglers. Always check where you're going to be booking your campsites. This is an RV park that has swimming pool, laundry, coffee, everything. A lady just walking out in the street, not caring about anybody's personal space. But we did get the first and only person to be camping by tent here. Ooh, but it's pretty. At least it is for me anyway. We're gonna back in and I'm gonna show you what home looks like here in a minute. All right. This is our little campsite right here. Look at this pretty tree we're gonna be sleeping under. Hopefully it stays erect. I don't think we're gonna need tent stakes. We got water, power. They also said that this place has Wi-Fi, so we're good to go. I'm not loving that I'm right here up front, but we're gonna make it work. There's a little weird kid looking at me over there. We're gonna cut that part out. Nice. Gonna try to set up this tent before it gets too dark. That way when we come back tonight, we can just crawl in and crash. We're gonna keep everything important in the car until we're done, or until we're back here for the night. So no electronics are coming out, no fishing gear, nothing like that. I'm gonna set up a time lapse and show y'all how quick I can get this put up. And this is a decent little spot. It is giving like parking lot in between 2 trash cans vibes, but that tree right there is so pretty. I love it. Well, there she is, home sweet home for the night. She went up fairly easily. I'm sweating, but that's just because it's hot. But it's a nice shaded area here, so I'm pretty happy with it. We got her pretty far back in the campsite area. A little table over there, some power. This site does have Wi-Fi, so I'll be able to enjoy my evening and watch some movies on my laptop, because I did bring it. Again, not putting anything in there until it's bedtime though, or until I plan on being in there for the rest of the night. But I am going to put my cot and my pillow and stuff in there, because worst case scenario, if that stuff gets taken, I'll be upset, but I'm not going to be distraught over that stuff. Not going to put my fishing poles in here or anything like that until it's time for bed. So sweet. I forgot one important detail. I forgot my yoga mat. So my cot that's in there has no mat on it. And yeah, we are in there long ways or sideways this time, but that's just because it's me by myself, so I can have all this little front area for all my stuff. We may switch it around. We'll see how that goes. But that's all she wrote. We're set up. We're good to go. We're locked in. Now we just need to get ourselves ready for graduation time for my oldest son. Shout out again. That's why we're actually here. Hopefully we get to do some fishing. I did talk to a couple of local guys. They did tell me about a couple of spots around here to do some bank fishing. And tomorrow, if we get a chance, we're gonna do that. Today is all about my boy. So we're gonna get ourselves dried off, cleaned up a little bit, so we can be presentable for his graduation.
I did eventually end up making it to my son's graduation. And let me tell you, there's no more better feeling than watching your child walk across the stage and accomplish a lifelong achievement, even if it is an 8th grade graduation. Those are just as important. Shout out to his mom and stepfather for doing an amazing job. And most importantly, congratulations, son. Well done. It's not easy achieving top 10 in your class. Poppy's very proud of you. I love you. Now to the camping part.
What's up, guys? Just got back from the graduation. Check out the lights they got in the tent area. I can turn them on and off myself too. It's already pretty late, almost 10 o'clock. I think I'm gonna get in the tent, settle in, try to get my butt up early enough to try to get some fishing done in the morning. I'm gonna do a little research to see where I can go. But thank y'all for tuning in so far. Drop a like and a comment if you like what you see, and let's get up early and see if we can hook up on some fish in the morning. I'd say let's see if we can't catch ourselves a bass, but I don't even know what's out here, so we're gonna do that. Okay, so we are settled in. I got a little YouTube going right now. It is hot as all get out tonight. Don't think I'll be needing any covers until early morning, but that won't really matter because I plan on being up and out of here by 4, maybe 5 a.m. That's what time I have my alarm set anyway. And I found a huge park called City Park. I think I've been there before here in New Orleans, but it's got over 1,000 catches on a fishing app that I just downloaded tonight because I don't know where to go fishing at around here. So we're gonna try that first thing in the morning. So we'll see y'all then. Whew. Yeah, I did get a little bit of sleep. It was hot, definitely hot in these rhinos. But yeah, we're gonna tear down camp and head to the location I decided to fish, and we're gonna get the lines wet. Bam. And just like that, camp is cleaned up, all packed up, ready to go fishing. Didn't get our traditional snacks, but we got snacks, Red Bull and water to accommodate. We're gonna stay hydrated, we're gonna eat, and on the way to the park, and then by that time it should be daylight, which I'm looking forward to because all this footage is really dark. Alrighty, anglers, we have made it to City Park. This is the first time I've been here as far as fishing, so I don't really know what to expect other than I've seen a lot of hookups, which could mean it's overfished and I may not hook up on anything. The water wraps all the way around the park, and there's a couple of other little bodies of water that are adjacent to the park, kind of in this facility. But we're gonna go ahead and pack up our 2 waters here so we can stay hydrated. We're only gonna take 2 poles. On this one, we're running a Texas rig here, and on this one, we're going with the trusted pink and white jig head on the ultralight rod. That way we can get a little distance with that. I don't really know what to expect, so I'm fishing weedless for the most part with that gear, and the jig head is just because I know that it's been tried and true and hooking up on everything from crappie to bass here lately. So hopefully we'll have that option of catching either one. I'm not going to be here too long because I do have to get back to where I live, which is about 3.5 hours away from here. So we're going to try to hook up on some fish. We'll probably give it a good 2 hours of fishing here, and then we're gonna hit the road, baby. So let's get going. So I'm just gonna head down this trail here, see where it takes me. This whole park is surrounded by water, so I should run into some of it somewhere. Ooh, check that out. That's cool and spooky all together. Ooh, I see water. I see water. Let's see if there's any action in this area. I see a dog crate in the water. That's not good. I see a nice sized turtle over there. That's encouraging. Not really. Well, it's encouraging because I see a sign of life. But we don't want the turtles eating the bait. I see lures in the tree. I don't know, was that a turtle? What was that? Was it a limb? Maybe it was a limb. Something hit. I want to give a special shout out to my little sister Jaden Ross. It's because of her that we are able to make this trek. And if you remember from the start of the video, this trek wasn't necessarily about fishing. It was more along the lines of, see, they have all these little paths to the water. But I came out to New Orleans for my son's graduation. That's what brought us out here in the first place. And I'm a creature of opportunity. So therefore, we're gonna take every chance we get to maximize opportunity. I don't come out here often. I had a few extra hours this morning, so I plan to do this as I try to knock myself out on the tree just now. This looks like better fishing area here. Yeah, let's give it a couple swings here. Live bait only. Yeah. Leave me alone. I wonder if this opens up back to the trail. And it does. Yay. Let's see here. So in my infinite wisdom, the direction I picked was honestly the worst direction I could have picked. It was going away from all the major little lakes that are here. I was just following the river because I saw water. I thought fish, but these fish in this river aren't cooperating. So as I've said in this video earlier, I don't have that much luck in rivers. I don't fish them a lot either, but when I do, I don't catch anything. So we're gonna head back to our starting point, cross over that area, and then see if we can't find the other little lakes systems that are supposed to be available to us here at City Park. So this is a golf course. I don't know if I'm allowed to fish here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fish here with respect. And by that, I mean, if they tell us to get off the course, we're gonna get off the course. But first, we're gonna sneak down by this bank right here, underneath this bridge. We're gonna throw that down, pull out this Texas rig, cast right along this bridge here and see what we can't see. Okay. Get us a little closer to the bridge there. Seen a ton of people golfing today. I'm the only one fishing. Only trophies I won out of this trip, I got last night at my son's graduation. He looks so big, barely recognize him. It was funny looking at him though, because at his age I had this same hairstyle. Same exact hairstyle. And he never seen it because when I was that age, social media and cell phone cameras weren't a thing. So there's not a lot of evidence that I had long hair. Somewhere in my collection I have one photo of me with long hair. And you can barely see it because it's in a ponytail. I had it shaved on the sides. And in the photo, I'm rollerblading, jumping over a chair or something like that. All right, anglers, I had to call it quits. 3 reasons that I can think of off the top of my head. GoPro overheated, battery's about to die, and we ain't catching anything. So if I don't come back after this for more, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Who's Your Angler. I look forward to catching you on the next one. Y'all be blessed and have a wonderful week. I saw this from the road. I just thought it was beautiful. Figure y'all might want to see it too. See that? Also, I caught on the frog and I might cast a few times to see if we can't hook up real quick.